What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the PlayStation Plus podcast, episode 9. With me today, we have Zod Rider, Mad Max, Brian, Master of None, and Isaac from Point Dexter Lounge. Disregard Ed in the bottom of the left of the thumbnail. We don't know where he is.
Yeah, he's a missing Canadian Trump supporter. I don't know. He's trying to rethink his next Trump game. We miss you, Ed. We miss you, Ed. I have some ideas. I have. Maybe what is related to gaming? Maybe I could just start. I was going to talk to Ed about this. I'm like, he could do like the search for the missing ballots.
Yeah.
With Trump.
The recount.
Right. Rigged election battle. I mean, this is gaming, but he could do that. It's a parody on Trump, regardless of politics. It's funny. So I had some ideas for him.
That'd be cool. Make it a really crazy, PC game where and you call it rigged election, and you have all these like computer programs and stuff, and you're trying to hack the ballots and the voting machines. That'd be cool, man. It'd be a fun game.
Yeah, and it power-ups like Regeneron.
Yeah.
Supreme Court votes in your favor.
Right, exactly. It'd be like little pop-ups, almost like an RPG, and you'd have little
press conferences where like they're rapid fire questions at you.
Giuliani.
Ed's writing all this stuff down right now.
He's disappointed. He's like, what am I going to do now? I'm like,
Rudy Giuliani live from the porn theater. And you got
this is gold, Jerry. This is gold.
Yes. I have a lot to talk about. I've been missing from YouTube because I've been gaming. So I don't know what you guys have. You guys been gaming a lot?
I've been gaming a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
More so now than I have been recently. I've kind of taken a break from YouTube myself, and I kind of want to focus a little bit more playing.
What have you been playing?
I have Forza 7 right now on the Game Pass, and I freaking love it. And I've also been playing Madden, but I'm a football head, so.
You've been really diving deep into that Game Pass benefits, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've got like 6 or 7 on my console right now.
I told Matt and Zod before the show, I've been doing YouTube for so long, and it's not a waste of time because you build friendship and you talk to people. Talking to people is never a waste of time. But I've always had new systems just sitting there. I buy games when they're on sale, and I don't even play them. For instance, I bought Jedi Fallen Order for my PS4. It's still sealed. I bought it when it was cheap. Game Pass is there.
Yeah, you can download it there.
And I downloaded it, and I finally started playing on my Series X, and it's amazing.
Fallen Order is so good.
Oh man, I told my wife, I'm like, you got to see this game. This is amazing. She's like, I don't want to. She's a PC gamer, so she doesn't like to play the story games. There's a story mode though, so I'm gonna have to find out if on YouTube once I complete it if they have a whole story cinematic. Because I might start watching those. I also was thinking about watching Last of Us story cinematic because I was gonna play it, but I'm like, I'd rather watch the movie.
The second one was terrible.
Well, depending on how you feel about certain things, I think it was.
I haven't played it. I mean, I've never played them actually, but
I think they wanted to subvert expectations. You know how that goes.
Oh God,
yes, with your favorite characters, but. They also want it to become next level game to movie or series content. So if you think about The Walking Dead, people get angry at The Walking Dead too when they do something to a beloved character. It's the same thing, I think.
Yeah. Would you think Unleashed Force 3 is going to be anything like Fallen Order in the future if they made it? Yeah. Mechanic-wise?
I still have to. Yeah. I still have my theory that they may do something with the series too with Unleashed.
Well, I'm hoping that
are you alluding to a remastered edition?
Or maybe making Cal Kestis Star Killer?
All right. Who's Cal Kestis? I'm trying to remember.
He's the character on Fallen Order.
Oh, okay. I just started, so I didn't get his name down.
Okay. Gotcha.
Cal. Yes.
I like it when you can go through as the Inquisitor. I did that before with the red armor and the red lightsaber and stuff. Oh, it was so fun.
I'm trying to think.
Did you either of you guys ever play the dark side missions where you hunt down Obi-Wan Kenobi and Skywalker? And those are so much fun.
Yeah, I got all
the duels.
The Andor one was cool where you fight Leia with a yellow lightsaber. That was cool.
What's this in? Which game are you talking about for that?
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, the DLC. I never played the DLC stuff.
Oh my god!
Oh really?
Fantastic.
I have the games. I just didn't play I'll have to look into that to see if the DLC is still available. I was trying to think because I haven't played Unleashed in a while. Is there a way for Unleashed in Fallen Order to sort of meet up somehow? I don't know.
I think I just love Sam Witwer the most. Like anything that he's a part of, I'm just for it. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I kind of had the feeling too, like even this Cal character, like I forgot his name already. Thanks, Brian. I was like, what is he talking about? Yeah, Cal. These characters, him and Starkiller, are some of the most beloved in Star Wars. And I want to see a series with them. I want the second game, but
come up on like Mandalorian or something like that, where we get to see him on the Flash.
Oh, that would be cool.
The set pieces in Fallen Order already. In Matt, you haven't played this yet. Play this game if you get the time. It's that good. The set pieces are amazing. Even the droid is better, even though his name's BD1 or something. That's a lame name, but the droid is better than the
Dio.
Dio and stuff like that. It's just so legit. It's great. There is some weird, like, they sometimes in cutscenes, like the cloth is moving still, like they're in the wind or something. That's the only weird thing. There's some weird graphical stuff, but then the graphics look amazing in other parts too. Still on the Series X, there's still some graphics, but weird stuff, like little slight glitches, but it's still amazing. Zever's here.
Awesome. What is up?
What's Star Wars? Well, get him out of here. We don't need him anymore.
I'm just. Oh, he
called you a simp for Sam Witwer.
We all.
Man, Sam Witwer's amazing, dude. Darth Maul, Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, I like his Maul better.
I mean, we need him. That's why I say Disney Plus needs to give Starkiller his own series for real.
Right.
Tell the story of all those games. Tell the story of Force Unleashed. You could go for 3 or 4 seasons easy on that.
When I heard him in Solo as Darth Maul, I was freaking out. I was like, "This is amazing!" When he was doing the lip sync for him for Ray Park, that was so awesome.
Yeah, he's my favorite Maul, especially now after.
I'm surprised he hasn't made a cameo in Star Wars.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed he wasn't in the Lego holiday special.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it? It was pretty good. I dug it.
Was it actually good? I've been hearing a lot of good things about it.
It's great. It's great.
It's a fun watch. It's not like a marathon chore to watch like the original. Like it's a rite of passage that you have to watch and get drunk. But this one's short and sweet, and it could have been better, but it was fun.
Yeah, it kind of adds a little bit.
I heard they threw a little bit of shade at John Boyega.
They did. What did they do?
I don't know. I just heard. I had read an article.
Oh, okay. I think I know.
Some shade at him on the.
Spoiler warning. Rey's trying to teach him that he could possibly be a Jedi with a lightsaber, and then she hands him a stick. You're not cut out for it.
Oh wow!
I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Well, gaming. What? Something big came out this week, Zodrider, that you actually could talk about. A new game. What is it?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat Ultimate Edition.
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm going to tell you the truth though. I've been playing a lot more of that fan made game that I sent you guys the link for than the Ultimate 11 because I don't know. I just think that game is incredible. The fan made. Mortal Kombat.
I still got to check that out, Zod. I know you sent me the link. I didn't check it out yet. Yeah, I definitely will. I will say the game is amazing.
Rambo.
Woo!
That's all we have to say. Rambo.
I finally got where I like RoboCop's character too. Like I think he's legit. It takes a while. But I will say this: the disc is ridiculously. It's pointless. Do not get the disc version of this because it comes with 2 discs. You got to put one in, and then the other one's an unlock that just goes to the website and you download everything. It takes forever. Especially if you're getting the next gen upgrade.
So what's the point of getting it on disc if you still got to download everything and it's not on the actual disc? That's what I've been trying to tell people. I'm like, the way they're getting around that, and the way they're screwing over people that love physical copies is now they're making it. Yeah, you buy a disc, but all the disc does is take you to a place where you have to download everything anyway. So the disc is really nothing. But
I have an idea that I wish companies would go for. Maybe I could do like a clip out here. I'll share it on my channel for like 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes and say, get your thoughts on this. For what I think and I would love, but they'll never do it, would be beneficial to everyone, is digital to disc. And like this could help game stores like GameStop sell like steelbooks or whatever of the game. And then get your email info, send you the digital code, and then you could come get your physical disc once all the DLC and everything is there. Then you get a complete thing on the disc, and you could get rid of all these big file sizes on your console and have those like the collector's versions. I'd pay $100 for it, and they would retain their value too for resellers. It would help the GameStop. You'd still get your game day one. You'd still go there to get the physical. To get the complete edition, you have to go to GameStop. And then these things, it would eventually cut down the file size, get everything for game history, have everything preserved on the disc. Because absolutely, I'm getting more and more frustrated. I am a physical collector, just like Jedi Fallen Order and Mortal Kombat. I'm like, I wish I had just got digital because I had to go to find the store to get Mortal Kombat Ultimate Day 1. And it's taken forever. I still don't have the story mode downloaded. And then Jedi Fallen Order, something I told Mad Matt at the beginning before we started going, I was like, stop buying. I have to convince myself, stop buying AAA games if I have Game Pass. And now the PlayStation is saying they're going to compete with them on its type of service. Stop buying the AAA. Focus on the little games that might be small print run, but the huge games, unless it's your favorite.
So the games that limited run sells.
Well, not even just limited run, just smaller games like the AAA stuff that you know is going to be on Game Pass or the PlayStation. Unless you're like Mad Matt is Call of Duty all the way, he's going to get that right away. But unless it's a series that you're 100% dedicated, just wait because it'll show up on these services. And I have a physical copy of Jedi Fallen Order that's still sealed, and I have to convince myself not to buy games. That's how good Game Pass and hopefully PlayStation Plus is going to be in the future. But what would you guys be all for that digital to disc? You buy a case, you pre-order it with like a GameStop or Best Buy, you get your digital code downloaded to you or emailed to you, and then eventually you could get it just the disc shipped to you or pick up in store. So it's complete. It's good for history. What are you doing, Kelly? I just would love your thoughts on that because I thought about doing a separate video for a while.
This is a way that companies have figured out how they are going to eliminate the middleman and get rid of physical copies. They don't want physical copies because they like the fact. See, again, with everything being digital, with movies, music, everything being digital now, you know, video games, they want to do that too, so they can cut out the middleman, keep it digital, and they can keep the prices high on the digital versions, and not have to deal with physical versions. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break people like you, Max, that are physical collectors that want to have the physical version. Right.
Well, I mean, I feel like long gone are the days of borrowing your friend's video games. You know what I mean? Because with the physical, even with a physical copy, you can't play it without the disc. So it's like they kind of limit you there, and especially with all digital. I mean, you can't share.
Well, I know how much of these games are pretty much digital, even when you get the disc, because I'll have a game saved from when I put the disc in, and then it comes in the Game Pass, and all of a sudden the Game Pass logo's there, and I can play without the disc. And I didn't have to get many updates on it. I'm like, okay, so what is the disc? The discs are pretty much pointless right now for most games.
Just that same thing happened to me with Arkham Knight. But I kind of had that problem, like when you get the game day one, then put it in.
This is what kind of what we were talking about the last time, and I think what's going to happen is where pretty soon you're going to get to a point where you put your physical disc in, regardless of what game it is, and it basically just transforms into a digital version because they don't want you to use the discs anymore.
Well, I went to the used game store today, and I looked at all the games. I'm like, these are all on Game Pass. This is all pointless stuff here for the current gen stuff. I'm like, there's nothing here that I should buy. Like, I looked over everything. I'm like, I did actually get Guitar Hero live. I'm gonna try to find my guitar dongle and see if it still works. It's impossible to find like a new or a guitar now in most places that it's reasonably priced. But I have some guitars, and I was like, I'd like to play on my Xbox One just to see. So I picked that up, but I'm like, that's not really going to be on Game Pass. But everything else is.
Pretty much.
I really have to stop myself from buying stuff.
You'll see, for me, I like to collect like the games physically, kind of like you do, Max, so I can like display the cases. Like this game, obviously, this one was one that I wanted to get physical.
Well, Nintendo's Nintendo's doing a little bit better in this area. I think the majority of the content is on the card in most cases. There's still some exceptions in DLC. But did you have to do a big update when you put that in, or is it ready to go?
There was like a small update, like a day one update.
Okay.
For it, but that was it. But also games like Valhalla, like I wanted to get that one physically so I can display it. Like I have some like gaming stuff displayed around my room right now, and then I eventually want to get shelves right here to display the cases on. But it's like the big games like that I like getting like physically so I can display it. But games like Minecraft, we could get pretty much anywhere. I like to get those those kinds of games digitally.
Yeah.
I think what would be cool if like digital games you can pre-download before you get the physical copy. So that way whenever like it's downloaded and you get the physical copy, you can just play. So that way, digital owners aren't ahead of the game when it comes to pre-downloads.
Well, they have to be careful though, because if you don't do it right, like it's not like Blu-rays combo packs where you have the digital and the physical, because people will sell the physical and then it'll be out there and it's going to hurt the company. But if they did the thing more similar to limited run and you sell the actual case, like to make the case amazing, like a steelbook, lots of games do steelbooks now for collectors, and have the physical version be the premium, like the $100 version. And then it be complete once all the updates, or like Mortal Kombat, once all the seasons come out. And then finally, okay, your complete disc is here, have it numbered even. That would be really good for game preservation, collectors. I just don't think they'll do it. I wish they would.
360 did something similar to that back in the day. That was just to prevent, like, if you had scratches on your disc, it would still run fine because it downloaded everything, so it kind of has it memorized if you just put the disc in. That's kind of what they did back in the day. So I just, why not bring that idea back?
I mean, it would help stores too.
Well, what about kind of like Amico's talking about doing? Not necessarily the RF where you just touch it down onto it, but sell the game as a figure, and then on that figure there's a digital code. You know what I mean? Or it comes with a card inside the package. So something like that instead.
Something to make physical more appealing for a collector, since the actual physical disc itself is useless. So now
Well, you do. It is useless, but you do get games cheaper in a lot of cases with the physical, because stores mark it down. That's the
right. That's what they want to. That's what all these companies are trying to get rid of. They're tired. They don't want But this is like Walmart sitting there with a stock of Jedi Fallen Order, and then slashing it down to $17 because nobody's paying the $60 price point.
But if you had a complete version, that would keep the cost up. It wouldn't be reduced.
I don't know, man. Retail, I mean,
if you look in the past, like Matt said, in the past they had some like complete versions where they used to actually put the DLC on the disc. They don't do this anymore.
Right. That's the problem.
Even NetherRealm, when they did Mortal Kombat 9, I think complete, it was all on disc. They used to put it on disc, and those versions cost more. There's like Morrowind back in the day. They had special editions that had everything on the disc. Even I think there was even some versions of Force Unleashed that have retained their value. I don't know. I see it a win-win, but if you're right, Zod, when they just don't care and they want to get rid of it altogether. But they also
that's the plan. Yeah.
But they also need those retailers too, though. Those partnerships.
Well, that's what the consoles are for. You see now, if they can eliminate the problem with resale on these games and stuff like that, then it'll all be retailers. The job of retailers will be for consoles and peripherals. So you'll have, so that's where you'll go to your Walmart or you'll go to your GameStop or whatever. It'll be more of a hardware element than say the games themselves. And then like Brian was saying about, the idea of making physical more attractive, where like, you have an action figure and you include a digital code for your console. And now you get the game, and then you also have something tangible that you can keep for prosperity once you've unloaded the game onto your console digitally.
Yeah, I'd love that. I have a whole shelf of like amiibo over there, so I'd love to have like one of those.
Those amiibos are cool. They're cool looking and they're nice to have on the shelf. They're nice little collectibles. The only one that interested me though was the Richter Belmont from Castlevania Dracula X, because Richter is, to me, I've loved Richter since I was a kid. The Castlevania for the TurboGrafx 16, the Dracula X Rondo of Blood.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a perfect amiibo. It looks just like them. It's like exact. So
yeah, something like that with the digital code, man.
Yeah. And this is one of my favorites, just with how much detail it has.
Oh, that's awesome.
Chrome.
So I saw the thumbnail, Matt. You had you're disappointed with COD?
No, man, I was thinking about that just now. Yeah, I'm pissed. It was so bad. Yeah, I mean, I blame Activision. I don't blame Treyarch for helping develop because, for one, it wasn't their year to develop this game, but Sledgehammer, the company that was supposed to, was having issues, so Treyarch had to step in and to help clean it up and make it look better. And then COVID happened. And then just this game is it's so unfinished. Like it should have been pushed back, but Activision really wanted it to be out like now.
Does it have a campaign mode at least though?
Yeah, it has all that. A campaign, zombies, multiplayer. Campaign's fun, zombies is fun, multiplayer is just so unfinished.
Zombies, is it multiplayer only, or how do you do that?
You could do solo, play with friends,
that's the one I'd be most interested in.
Yeah. That's super fun. I enjoy that a lot. And then plus like all the content's supposed to be free now because that's the route everyone wants to go and stick with the battle pass system. So that's cool. But with multiplayer, there's like not that many maps, not that many weapons. And I partially think it's because they're trying to save it for this season 1 that they're trying to release. Like they hold it back like 4 seasons just to make it seem like they have more content. And that bothers me.
Well, that's kind of how they've always been. I mean, they'll take their time and hey, a DLC, guys.
You know what I mean? Back in the day, had so many maps and so many range of weapons. It was like it was fun to do. Like with now, it's just like and they even have longer to develop this game. It's like they're on a 3-year cycle now, and they're lacking so much versus their 1-year cycle, which they did so much with back in the day. So it's just I don't know. It's out of control.
Well, I definitely don't like being nickeled and dimed, but I also had a question for you viewers. Do we take things for granted? Like these game developers, these season passes, these are huge games. Like if they have a single player and a multiplayer component, and if it's justified, like even like Mortal Kombat Ultimate, I think it could have been a little bit cheaper, but They have a whole new storyline, characters.
It's almost as good as like if they just decided to call it Mortal Kombat 12, it would sell.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean, they have a lot of the modes too. If you're offline too, these Towers of Time and all these single player modes that other fighting games just do not have. For these, if the game's a meaty game, I think it justifies it. You think they're doing too much piecemeal, Mad Matt, with the Call of Duty? Like you said, they're leaving things till on purposefully.
I feel like they are, just to make it seem like they have more down the road with what they have to offer. But it just sucks. Like I really just want a game where it's like, I haven't played all the maps yet because I've already played them all. It's only been like 2 days. Like I like it when they have like 10 plus maps and then like 5 plus guns on each category for assault rifle, submachine gun, everything. You know, I enjoy that most. I like having a lot of content in the base game, not waiting for like a month for DLC.
Exactly.
I've Game Pass again. I've downloaded Gears of War 5 because it's supposed to be really amazing on the Series X. That took a long time to update to the next gen. It's actually one on the list that says next gen already compatible.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
and it's amazing. And there's multiplayer. I haven't tried the multiplayer yet. It's amazing too. And something else I've wanted to get into, I've only tried a little bit before, is Destiny. And that's supposed to look...
Destiny's fun. Yeah, I love Destiny.
Really amazing.
I've never tried Destiny. It's worth it, guys.
A lot of people have been telling me about that.
Just like some of the content seems repetitive because you have to do like certain missions over and over again to get better gear to move up to the next tier. But it's pretty cool. I enjoy it.
Zod Rider, you got to get a Series S in the future. I think that's because you said you don't have a 4K TV.
No, I don't.
Get a Series S with a Game Pass, and then we could,
When my current TV, which is 55 inches, breaks, I'll get my next TV will be 4K, but
then the next best thing, 8K, will be out by then.
Right.
I almost crapped myself with my TV. I turned it on and it wasn't coming on with my Series X. And I think I've been pushing my Series X to the limit. I've been downloading games, playing games, and it malfunctioned a few times. It froze up and it turned itself off. It's like you're trying to do too much.
Sounds like an Xbox.
Well, yeah, the Xbox will call you on it. I mean, I remember back in the Red Ring of Death game.
Yeah.
I used to hate that. I mean, that was just
his console's going to bring the Red Ring of Death.
Well, I have to. I'm going to
Right out of the
go to Best
box.
Buy and see if I could still buy an extended warranty. If I can bring it. I don't know if I can now.
Guys, I think everything is going to change now with Budweiser entering the console wars. I think we're at a point where with exclusive games too. By the way, Budweiser has a console.
You're making this up.
Didn't you send us that?
Yeah, I sent you guys the. I
saw
sent you guys the YouTube.
Zod has his pre-order.
I put the YouTube link in the. I put the YouTube link in there so you can see the introduction trailer. It's actually got exclusive games, man.
Like bar games, that'd be kind of cool. Like
Tekken. Well, I think one of them is a Tekken game.
Shuffleboard.
Hey, listen, and it's supposed to really the specs. The specs are supposed to rival the PS5 and the Xbox Series S, X, or whatever.
I'm quoting you on that, Zod.
So Isaac, you really recommend this new Hyrule Warriors?
Yes, Age of Calamity.
Yeah, that's like Dynasty Warriors, right?
Oh wow! I saw a review on that earlier. It looks that game looks incredible.
Oh yeah, and you open it up. It's Link wearing the Hyrule armor.
Oh, dude.
Is that and now is that a Nintendo Switch exclusive?
Yes,
it is.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a prequel to Breath of the Wild.
It looks amazing though, honestly.
Anyone thinking about getting a Switch now, just wait. Because the new version's coming out hopefully
probably next year.
I'm still waiting on Metroid. I really want another Metroid game.
God, I would
get a Switch if I could get the the Switch Lite severely discounted, I'd get one. But like you said, Max, it's probably better to just wait at this point.
Well, yeah, because a new one's coming that hopefully will be more power. But again, Nintendo's thing is they sell you underpowered to make a profit, which is the right way to go.
Yes.
Sony and Xbox have always why they sell so many, because I think lots of times these consoles are made at a loss and they make their money up other ways.
Yeah.
Mix TV, what's up?
But one thing about this game is I kind of noticed that comparing it to like Breath of the Wild and this is they've done like one-to-one recreations of different sections of the map.
Okay.
But one thing that they've managed to do is up the graphics a little bit in Hyrule Warriors compared to Breath of the Wild.
Good to hear.
So some places look more clear, some places look more vibrant. Sometimes you'll get like sudden like frame rate drops, but it's only maybe like 5 frames. It drops by a second. But that's only when you have like a ton of enemies around you and you're trying to do like quick attacks.
See that?
But I'm still fairly close to the beginning, and I really love this game so far.
See, I actually might prefer this to because I own Breath of the Wild and I got bored. Like it's too open. It's just like another RPG. I like more scripted Zelda for the 3D, a little bit more than when you could just do anything. It's I don't. Yeah, I like to get to the story, get to the action.
Yeah, find the action.
Yeah, I mean, I got bored with that and the Mario. I prefer older Mario games and older Zelda games.
Link to the Past is still my favorite.
Just to me personally. So this seems like it gets right into the action, and it still retells the story of the game.
Yep. Pretty much whenever they alluded to what happened 100 years ago in Breath of the Wild, this is everything that happened 100 years ago.
Okay.
Before Breath of the Wild.
All right.
So one thing that they also changed with this is it's not technically open world, but you can still pretty much go anywhere, but they have the map sectioned off. So you can only go to different sections and to go to separate sections. Like say you're at Hyrule Castle and you want to go by one of the Divine Beasts. You have to open your Sheikah Slate and pretty much teleport there. You can't just run there like you could in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, so far the action's really good. And this little dude, I can't remember his name right now, or what they call him. Right now they call him like a mini guardian. And I remember when the pre-orders went up at GameStop, I was like, oh, I'm not going to pre-order it. It's just a keychain for him. And I'm like, watch, I'm going to end up loving this character. And as soon as the game starts up.
Well, just look at to go back to the physical copy in physical stores. Just look at what Nintendo has done. You can always go into a store and you're not like, oh, I'm going to get this cheap or used somewhere. You might save a few bucks. Nintendo, for the most part, retains its value, and a lot of that is how much is actually on the physical thing. That's why the alternative, the next gen systems always push the next graphics. They always do this, and then the value decreases dramatically because you're not getting everything on there. There might be a few things updated on a cartridge, but unfortunately, with the third-party games, they're very inferior on the Switch.
Oh yeah, like Doom is completely different on Switch than it is on the Xbox.
But it might actually be a collector's now because I heard Doom Eternal is only going digital now on the Switch. So any ones that are out in the wild,
is that the case with the Mario Brothers stuff too? The special edition Mario Brothers stuff they put out, is that only digital?
Oh, the 35th anniversary. All-Stars collection. That's going to be a limited time. I think that. You can get it until March, like the end of March. I think you can get it till.
But that's digital only, right?
Both physical and digital. But after the cutoff date, you can't get it anywhere physically. Once they sell out, they sell out, and then they're also taking it off the eShop. So if you own that copy, you own that copy forever. But
here's my thing: if they take it off the eShop, you can always re-download it, right? Because you own it.
Yes,
but you just can't purchase it again.
Yeah. Like say you bought it, but one of your friends wanted to buy it after the date, they couldn't because it's off the eShop.
They'll probably. Here's what I think they're going to do. They should have just put it day one on the Nintendo online service. but they'll take it off
yeah.
where you can buy it, and the only way you can play it is Nintendo Online.
Mm-hmm.
I
Also
really
think another
mark
reason
my
why.
words. Yeah.
I also think another reason why they're kind of releasing those 3 and then taking them away is because we haven't gotten the N64 games for the online service yet, and people are like, okay, maybe this year will be the year, and you can't really advertise the N64 online without Mario 64. So I think this
and
is
now
more
they
so-
have that new, that new N64 variant system that
Mhm.
comes out that everybody's talking about, that Warrior 64. That's supposed to allow you to
I heard it wasn't good.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't good either, but it's just like a way for you to be able to play your existing N64 library without.
I'm looking for the Retron version. Retron was going to work on but I have an Ultra HDMI Nintendo 60, a modded N64.
Oh wow, then you don't need anything. You can just play with what you got.
I bought a gold one.
Oh my god,
it's really hot though. I have to.
Wow, Max, you are a legitimate gamer king, brother. You're over here. You're like, I got a gold one. I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
No, I sold my physical games that I had left. I didn't have anything extreme.
So what do you have? You have them on an
EverDrive
SD card. You got the Ever card. Okay,
EverDrive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the last thing I will say about this game is I'd play Breath of the Wild before playing this game. Because I don't feel like you can appreciate or enjoy this game as much if you don't play Breath of the Wild first, because of how it ties into it.
I'll just go straight to that. Thanks for your recommendation. I'm gonna
I'm the same way. I'm like, man, if I get a Switch, I want that game. That game sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Breath of the Wild was one of my most favorite games that I've played so far, and then to open this game and then the opening cinematic was just great, and it kind of had me tearing up a little bit. I was like, man, the one scene in the opening cinematic is probably one of my favorite cinematics in Breath of the Wild.
Ooh. I'm gonna wait on the Nintendo games. I have all the systems, but I'm so focused on Series X now. I've actually been building up my gamer score too. Brian might know because he's like, people are like, Sci-Fi is like, where are you? Where's Movie Madness? I'm like, I'm gaming, and then I see Brian pop on every once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, I should have said hi, but I was busy gaming.
Been trophy hunting.
Yeah, well, I've had these systems for so long. I've just been focused on YouTube, where I didn't even play the new game.
2650.
I'm about to get the 10K, which is good because I was playing more on the PlayStation 4 before. I'm just going all in on Xbox.
How long have you had this account?
Well, originally I bought my wife a present. With the Xbox One, the original one, and she never played it, so I created it for her. So we've had this gamer tag for a while, and then she never uses it, so I switched it to mine, Mad Max YouTube. And now I've been taking it seriously and I've been going in my old collection, find my 360 games that are playable on it, my Xbox games. Just been playing everything, and then
you bought it for yourself.
Well, there was a few games I wanted her to play on it, and then she loves the PC. I keep trying to. When we were first married, we used to play more console games together, and now she's just PC only. She just doesn't even like to play on the TV. She's like, this is boring.
Yeah, PC is where it's at though. PC has some incredible stuff.
Right. But I'm not. I like some multiplayer games. I'm more like I like playing offline somewhat. The most fun I had online was playing Crash Team Racing, the remaster, online. There's very few games or fighting games I like to play online, but that's about it. First person shooters I get destroyed.
I'm terrible.
And Matt, we gotta do a recording of me and you on a death match and me screaming.
Mad Matt needs to do a first person shooter tutorial for all of us novices that don't know how to play first person shooter games.
I'm the sweatiest player you'll ever see.
That's a good idea, man. That teach us how to be a good in COD.
Yeah.
Like I love Call of Duty and Rainbow Six Siege, but I suck at both of those games.
Oh god, I love the adrenaline in both those games. Those games are amazing. I play Search and Destroy all the time, and then when Siege came out, that game was just amazing.
So I want to give a big thank you to Isaac and Mad Matt that got stuck in my head on last week's episode talking about premium controllers. Isaac, you showed me that premium controller, and I got jealous, and I don't have one yet. but I think I have one
Yes,
that
I
I
got it
want.
right next to me.
I think I have
one of my friends that I have on my Zod Rider show, Sonia, she has that same premium controller that Isaac has, and she was telling me about it the other day that it's everything that Isaac says it is.
I think
Yeah.
what to lose? No.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you play Call of Duty against Mad Matt Zeverfett.
Oh, God, you get wiped.
Oh wow!
I've 1v1'd him back in the day just for fun. I just wanted to see how because
that would be a funny series. Mad Matt, if you could get him to agree. My dad tries to play Call of Duty with me, or maybe something funny.
That'd be the thumbnail.
It shall order him like, go over here, surround the enemy, and be like,
but just have him Boomer out on it real quick.
Yeah, Boomer plays COD. Is there a video series like there might be one? I don't know.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Hey, Zeverfett says he taught you everything that you know, man.
Yeah,
is that
no.
true?
No, not at all.
If you want to show the video clip, it's only 2 minutes that I have in the backstage. Yeah. This is the controller that this is what I'm thinking about. I looked at the Pro controller, but this one looks better for me, my taste personally. This one looks. I turned the sound off just so you don't get copyrighted. So, look at this thing. E-swap Thrustmaster.
Ooh.
Thrustmaster. Yes.
I like.
There should be there should be an X there. Thrustmaster X.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
technically there is an X.
You could buy the mini sticks on their own like that. I'm sure you could do that too. But look at those buttons. Look at those buttons. They don't look like the candy
They look flawless. Those buttons. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at the trailer.
Here's something else that I really like that I didn't even think that I wanted. Is you see there where you put in the USB-C to charge. It has a lock there because I've had controllers where I constantly put in the thing to charge and it becomes loose.
It doesn't have it.
The Xbox One just to me always felt loose. Like everything else has been secure, but when it comes to Xbox, like the Xbox One, for instance, that sucked. It kept wiggling out.
Well, I like to play my controllers with it wired into a USB or USB-C charger next to me, and a few times it like disconnected, connected, disconnected, connected. It becomes loose, so this locks it in place.
Yeah, that's a good feature. I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Trigger lock options. I don't know what that does.
What the
full range? Okay, full range. Does it show the best part? Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, steady connection. That's what's great. Swap. Look at that.
What?
Oh, see, can you do that?
Future.
I don't know. Can you do that on the Elite, Isaac?
No, you can.
You can't.
All you can do is just swap the joystick.
Controller's already better.
You can do.
But I like the dual. I don't like the I like the symmetry.
Center.
Yeah.
Springs are durable.
Yeah, on the opposite. I like the off center.
All right.
You can customize it too.
I think those are additional stuff you could buy. Endless.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
But it actually has a battery in it, though. You don't have to buy it.
God, where does it stop? It looks like it's so easy to take everything out and just replace it with whatever you want.
Clear click. I want to. Now I don't really use the rear button, so I don't care. But
I like buttons. I hate paddles.
What would be the purpose for the rear buttons, though? I mean,
it's for extra.
Just program them to be extra button.
You don't want to take your thumbs off the sticks, and you want to touch something without it's just
you save two different profiles if you're. It's designed for series. It's officially licensed
through the controller. Wow.
What I don't know. What do you guys think? Does this look legit?
Yeah.
This just came out. They have okay, that's enough of that. They have on the audio version, people are like, what are they doing? I don't know if we still do the audio version. Yes, people Thrustmaster. I have a wheel. That's another thing I've been doing. I got out my wheel that I bought 2 years ago. My PlayStation I have an Xbox, but I'm a PlayStation guy. I got the wheel, the PlayStation version. It has the logo on it. And I have this device but I still gotta. I've been going through all my gaming stuff. I'm like, well, time to actually do something with it. Resnow. I have to download a driver, and then download an app for my phone, and it has prearranged programs for each game, like Forza, so I can actually play that. Hopefully, I might do a video on it, see if it works on the Series X too.
How much is that controller?
This Resnow thing is $100.
Oh, really? That's a good price.
And I've heard really good things about it. The wheel I got is like the legit PlayStation Thrustmaster. I think it was like $250 when I got it, but I've seen it much as $300, $350, $400. And I want it to work on both. I'm like, why buy two wheels? Just buy one wheel on that. And then I also have to see if I could get the. Although you guys said that the DualSense controller is not going to work on my Series X. So I was thinking about, I have a PlayStation 5, just the controller.
Cool, Ed Boon. I have it right here. Just show the controller.
But what do you think that controller's worth? What do you think? How much of a price?
A lot more than that, because there's an Astros controller that's kind of similar to that, and that's like $300, $400.
150.
Yeah, that's insane when you said that. That's
a good price, you think?
That's cheap.
I definitely come with all those like thumbsticks.
No, it doesn't come with all, like they show, like they show the different colors and the, camouflage. I think that's additional stuff you could buy. I think it comes with an extra stick at first.
It's a really good price still, like even with the buttons in the back and everything. And then you can change the sensitivity of the triggers. Like that's a really good price.
Oh, really? They have it for PlayStation too. But this is designed for Series X now. Man, I might have to pull the trigger. I don't know. I was gonna get you guys' thoughts on that because I'm like premium controller.
So is it gonna have the same kind of features as the PlayStation 5 controller, where you can actually feel like with the haptics and stuff?
Well, that's PlayStation 5.
Xbox is not on that level.
Well, the new triggers on the new Series X do feel a little bit better now that I got update. Dirt 5 finally had an update that fixed it after our video. They watched PlayStation Plus podcast. They saw me complaining, and then they updated it the next day. Literally the next day.
That's how it's supposed to be, Max. That's what
I think they watched Codemasters.
Good job, guys.
But you know what? The game is twice as enjoyable for me now. I do actually have to go back and play races that I've already won, though, to feel it. That was the main problem. I was like, I'm getting near the end of the game, and I still don't have the rumble. And it just feels so good.
Well, especially on dirt. It's one of those games where you really have to have it. It helps quite a bit.
And then I got to get my wheel working. I have my wheel all set up. I bought a stand a few months ago. I'm like, I'm finally getting that wheel out of the box.
I need to get one of those iRacing ones. They're belt driven. I mean, they're expensive, but iRacing's pretty cool. Like actual professional drivers and stuff use it for training and stuff.
I don't know if
NASCAR did it.
I think this is good enough for me. I appreciate that product exists, but this is as high end as I get, and possibly the Thrustmaster Controller. Thrustmaster's a good name in gaming products, I think.
Yeah. No, it just reeks of prowess. Oh my god. Awesome.
Gosh, the right stick would always get stuck, so you'd be playing something and constantly creeping forward,
What makes me nervous about it is the springs. Like, I want to know like how durable those are. Like from exchanging it or constantly exchanging it the whole time.
Yeah.
For the springs in that Thrustmaster controller.
Thrustmaster.
I don't know. It says it's magnetic.
You would think it would have to be magnetic with all the changing people are going to be doing. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you saw a spring in there. I don't know. I heard that the extra sticks are like $20-$30 to get a replacement stick. So
wow,
god damn!
I have to do more research on that just to get the stick part. The module.
I'll be using a stock controller. Yeah.
Well, if I want to compete against Mad Matt, I got to.
You'll need all.
I got to go next level.
Back.
Well, allow me to be the old guy here. That's just too many buttons.
Oh, no.
I mean, like with the buttons on the back, that's just in case like you're too lazy or you just don't want to like take your thumbs off the sticks, and it's just. I mean, plus your hands are already like holding the grips anyway, so it's just
so uncoordinated. Like I'll still use these fingers for the triggers, so I have to go up to the bumper. It's like I don't do that. No,
what? I rested mine on the bumpers. I'm ready. I'm itching on the trigger.
Yeah. I have as much as I use this controller, I only use the paddles like half the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not planning on using the buttons on the back if I get it. It's just for a premium experience and those buttons. I love those type of buttons. I cannot stand the candy. They look like little jelly beans, and they're hard and they hurt my thumbs.
That's what they are, Max.
Yeah.
There is no rumble on this controller.
Are you serious? I have to actually have to make sure there is because I didn't read that part.
If you get so excited and it comes in and it doesn't come.
Like, ain't this a bitch? Or like,
he gets the one defective controller that doesn't have rumble.
You're right, Matt. That I have to look out for that because a lot of these pro first world shooters don't care about that. I got to look at that. Yeah, better come with rumble.
So if it doesn't, you'll send it back. If you realize it doesn't come with rumble, you'll be like, it's over.
That's a deal breaker.
Thing with this is if you do play it with Joy-Cons or the Pro Controller, because I almost played on the Switch Lite. I don't know why. And there's a lot of times where I just like appreciated having the rumble because sometimes you can charge up an attack, and like the longer you charge up the attack, the more intense the rumble gets. So you can see, okay, this is going to be like a harder hitting attack.
Oh, cool.
So it's just the small things like that are important for that game.
That's good advice there. I mean, that's what I'm all about. That's a good thing. I gotta check that out first. I'll give you an update next week. I do have a few more articles here. This is ridiculous. This is where a post-pandemic world that actually sealed games. I think this is why they're jumping in price so much because it's like there's a world event. So
also it's really rare. Like. Sealed version of it. I mean, wow.
Well, I mean, if you think about it too, these are boxes, and they want people to. I think they prefer to have like owners buy it directly from the owner too now instead of game stores where it's passed around too. In a post-pandemic world, so you're going to be seeing more of this. I've had expensive games. I still have games that are worth a lot, but nothing like this. I don't have sealed games. The one sealed game I have was just I never played it. It was like the Metal Gear for the GameCube, the remake, and I just never opened it. But that's not worth that much. I've had games that were worth like 500, 600, but they open like my one that Super Nintendo game, my most expensive that I got used was Wild Arms for Super NES. I bought it for like $60, and then I sold it last year. And I went to the store the next day, and they were selling it for $500, and it sold that day.
Those mother.
Well, no, that's not what they gave me. I don't remember. They gave me like a couple hundred.
Wow. They're like, here's $5, dude.
But that's sold better than it sells on eBay because people on eBay are like, these counterfeit carts or something? They check that.
Yeah.
To see it in person, that's where people are like, oh, that's finding that.
The Media Reload, like by my house, they still have the sealed copy of the original Legend of Zelda, the gold cartridge.
Oh, really? How much?
I've seen it so many times. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's like a couple hundred.
Okay.
That's not too bad. Maybe it was repackaged and then just shrink wrapped.
Oh, the previous record was 114,000. They have these. I can't stand when people sell these things on eBay, but it's fine. Like everyone thought this was a joke. This certified for their, they send it away.
I hate that. I hate the look of that too. The case that it's in, and it has that certified at the top. That's
after post-pandemic world. This is like the first comic books. Like the. Action comics, some of these, not a very few. Most of them are going to be Nintendo,
like a regular, like the original Nintendo black boxes, like Kung
sealed?
Fu, sealed. Metroid. You have them sealed, and they're not
these are going to be like they're in 100 years. Oh my goodness,
100 years.
If you give this to your grandkids, are you kidding me? That's not why I'm in the. That's not why I'm into gaming or anything. But man, I thought that was interesting. Do you think, maybe a question for you panelists then, do you think it's only going to get bigger, more expensive, or do you think this is just people spend too much time online, it's going to drop again? I think it's going to go up.
Well,
I used to laugh at this kind of stuff where they used to certify, seal it, they send it away, and they charged a huge amount on eBay. I'm like, because it's certified. I'm like, you could get a box when it's not in a glass case and it's not certified for like $300 cheaper. But this is becoming a thing now. I think people are actually taking it serious now.
Well, I think in the future that retail stores aren't going to be what we know now. I mean, we might have like grocery stores and stuff like that, but most of your specialty stores, they're gone. They're all going to go to Amazon or online. So I mean, that's what physical media. I mean, like they'll get rid of that, and most places that are like your Walmarts and stuff like that, they could sell it online. Especially after the post-pandemic world, everybody's going to be ordering stuff online. I mean, Amazon's shares shot up because everybody was ordering off Amazon.
There's certain stores that'll stick, like the store I go to. There's always a lot of young people in there. Always a lot of young people in there, and they're actually buying physical copies of stuff in the prices. It's just the current gen stuff that's pointless. Like people are all buying the old stuff, and then you go look at the Xbox One, PS4, the Nintendo Switch still retains its value for their games, but the PS4 and the Xbox One games, no one's ever there buying anything.
It's like a car, they lose value the second they leave the parking lot.
Yeah. But they have toys and all kinds of stuff in there, records.
Well, that's why GameStop's always cool, because the stuff besides the games are nice because they have the figures and you can get the lightsabers and stuff like that. So that part of it's cool, but like I said, you could buy all that on the internet.
Hey Zod, how about that Rambo again? Is that the best guest fighter ever? What's your favorite on Mortal Kombat Ultimate?
I'm gonna have to say Rambo. I think that's incredible. I still get excited just knowing that he's on the roster. That's incredible, man.
Aren't y'all doing a review on MK11?
We might still.
We might collaborate on a review. That would be fun.
Yeah,
like see y'all play against each other and then just talk over it.
Playing against each other is hard because I have the Xbox and he has the PC version.
Oh yeah.
The PC version and the PS4 version. So.
Oh, he's sending something in the.
The two different eBay listings for Super Mario Brothers 3. Look at the first one and look at the second one, and then the notion that you're gonna pay all that money for the first one. The second one is actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah, here's the first one. You see that? Yeah, I got $40,000 for a video game. No, ridiculous. If you're in for gaming for this, you know what? You're in it to make yourself a little fortune.
I don't even know how you could sell something like that on eBay because you'd have to use PayPal, and there'd be all kinds of trouble with the money being held up and everything. And all the person would have to do is claim, "Oh well, I didn't receive it, or it came broken, or whatever." I mean, that's so stupid.
Yeah, here's a 300 version.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And look at the quality of the box. The box looks like it's in good shape. For $300, you're not really,
Or you could just play it on Nintendo Online right now.
or on any host of other emulation options that are available for old Nintendo. I mean,
yeah. Well, if you're spending that kind of money and you actually take it out of it and play it, I think it defeats the purpose at that point, right?
No, that's just an investment. It's not about gaming anymore.
But I mean, when you look at what great condition this $300 version is, the box is in pretty good condition too. I mean, you can actually send this out, have it graded, and and you won't get as much for the mint copy that's in the first link, but technically I mean, you could get a pretty penny for that $300 version if you invest.
I sold my Mario 30 copy last year too. I'm just like, well, I have it so many times over on every system. I have the Mario collection on the Wii.
Oh,
I have it downloaded on my Wii U. It's on Nintendo Online. I'm just like, why am I holding on to it? There you go.
3.
Just the cartridge. Yep.
well,
Exactly.
Isaac,
If it doesn't work the first time, tear it off, turn it back
if
on.
you ever want some Super NES games, I'll go to you before I sell them. If you want a few, because I've been debating whether I'm going to keep it or not. Because I sold my I
have a couple right now.
I sold my Wild Guns. I have a decent collection, and I sold some other ones that are like Pocky and Rocky 1 and 2 were some of my favorite games. So I sold them because I could play them anywhere. But if I ever decide to sell them, I'll let you know, because I got some gems in there before I get rid of them. I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not. I might just get an EverDrive.
Okay. Yeah, I have a couple like the All-Stars that they put on there, and then I have Super Mario World, like kind of like the games that you think of like once you hear SNES.
I'm just holding out for holodecks.
Yeah, well, we're getting close, man.
You won't need to leave your house.
Where VR is pretty amazing right now, so we're getting close. I mean, I would say we're about 10 years, probably about 10 years away from some sort of prototype holodeck, man. I mean,
well, that's one area
so cool.
that a lot of here haven't dipped into yet is VR. Is that is that guys aren't interested?
I love VR. I do VR all the time. VR is.
When I build a PC, that's one of the first things I want to get once I'm done building it is a VR headset.
Oh, Isaac, you get to the point. Pretty soon we'll be able to get to the point where VR is so much better than reality. We'll just do away with reality altogether.
Anything's better than reality right now. You see outside? Oh my goodness!
For real.
Oh yeah, VR. No, but I'm talking about the VR where you can go. You'll be able to go to a restaurant. You'll be able to sit down and like literally, it'll be where it's indistinguishable from real life, and then you'll be able to go fly dragons around your neighborhood. I mean, that's
like Ready Player One status,
Yeah,
oh, man, if that happens, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I might stay at my house the whole time.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah,
well,
people will be employed. Employed online. Your jobs, you'll go online and you'll be, in VR, and you'll be working in VR. That'll be great.
There's a
VR money.
There's a sci-fi movie too where they're like sort of in VR, and then you have an actual robot go into the real world for you. I can't remember what movie that was. That's something to look into as well. I want to send a robot madman out there and stay at home.
There's a great movie out there called Virtual Revolution that I highly recommend to anybody that's even curious about virtual reality, because it's a good movie, because it shows it gives a good balance between the crappy real world and why some people will choose in the future to live their lives entirely online and never have anything to do with reality ever again.
Well, I was playing that Fallen Order, and I was like, this looks amazing. So much more grand in scale than anything in the movies or even Mandalorian. Like, Mandalorian has some great stuff in it. But the beginning of that, wow. I'm like, there's nothing that wows me like that. And it was in the Jedi Fallen Order.
I've had a couple friends that I know that have played Squadrons in VR. And they just say that it's just like that's the way to play Squadrons is in VR.
Don't you have that, Max? Yeah.
Yes,
VR.
And I didn't try the VR mode yet.
Oh my god, try the VR mode, Max.
I have to hook up my PSVR, and then I have to send away for the.
I've seen that episode. That's what I was thinking about just now too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it a horror game? And then
it was like a Star Trek type game.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that one.
Where he was in where he had control of a starship, and he was treating his entire crew like crap, and he had like in real life he had like a real crappy job.
I
didn't check out that series yet. I keep hearing that over and over and over. Black Mirror.
Oh yeah,
I would definitely check it out.
Well, we are over an hour. Do we have any? We had to keep it tight.
I got one complaint about Fallen Order, and that's how the clones look. I think the clones look too bulky. They look too stocky.
Oh, I didn't get to that part yet.
Oh,
Thanks a lot.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Clones look bad. Okay. I thought you said you didn't play it yet, but
I've seen gameplay.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see this scene, and I did. I can't talk about it.
Okay, yeah. Please don't talk about it because I'm actually playing it.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of the story mode online.
Well, here's the thing. I got to keep. I'm a classic gamer, so I like to pre-order and buy stuff. I'm like, stop buying stuff because it's going to come out. And then if you do want the physical copy, you can get it way down the line, unless it's Nintendo. Like Nintendo, I have no qualms about buying a Nintendo right away, a game, or like a first-party game. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna drop $10 in 3 years.
Like Mario Tennis Aces, that's been out for 2-3 years, and they're still selling that for $60.
Yeah, I mean, you might get like $10-15, and even if you sell it, you're going to retain your.
But that's how it was. But that's how it was back in the day, Max, with Nintendo and Super Nintendo, and I mean, Nintendo never really goes down on their prices like that. And they've always been that way.
Yeah, and even on the eShop, most of the sales are third-party games.
Mm-hmm. Right. First-party Nintendo is a premium. They're doing it right. They're making money. I really foresee though that I am kind of pissed off though because the Nintendo online service should be better. It should be day one.
It should be It should be Netflix.
Mario's 35th anniversary or whatever 35th anniversary. You could buy it physically.
The Mario 35.
That should have been day one online. But I strongly predict, and I might make a separate video that Nintendo, once they take the time is expired for to buy physical or limited edition digital, they'll remove it, and then you'll have it where you can only play it on Nintendo Online, so you never get rid of your Nintendo Online. I foresee them doing that for Zelda next time when it's Zelda's anniversary.
Oh yeah,
and they're double
Zelda and Metroid are next year.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, mark my words. I'm thinking about the money. That's what no doubt that's what Nintendo's going to do, and they really should have been. You could buy it physical. But you could play it digitally online right now on Nintendo Online. But they're double dipping. You don't ever own it. You always have to have Nintendo Online. So even if they never put it back up, like after they take it down and then Nintendo's next console, you can't download it because there was a limited time only.
Yeah,
you'll still have to have the Nintendo Online. Oh boy. Anything you're looking forward to I think we're wrapping up. Anything you're looking forward to?
I'm actually thinking about getting an Oculus, one of that VR headset.
Brian, there you go. That's what you do. Oculus.
So they've got a couple Star Wars games that just came out, Galaxy's Edge, and then they have the Vader Immortal game. So I've seen some of the gameplay on there. It was like Star Wars Theory or something like that.
Make sure your PC can handle it. Oh, you have a high-powered PC?
Fair to Midland.
Okay. Because you have to have a VR-ready PC. I know because get my wife's stuff. That's something that I think Microsoft really should get into is that they have no counterpoint for the PlayStation. I don't think they care, or I think they need to.
They tried with Kinect, kind of, but yeah, I think a better, more refined version of that, maybe with the headset, would be pretty cool.
Cyberpunk.
Oh,
that's gonna be coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game.
Me too.
Very excited.
Any updates on your SNK machine?
I haven't. I got an update last week saying they're about to start shipping them out. They're getting them ready. You get official, like since I pre-ordered it, I've been getting like official like email updates from them about it. And it actually has the MVSX logo at the top of every email, and they talk where they actually go into detail and let you know on the progress and what's going on, and like changes and things that they've made, updates to firmware, different things, all before it ships out. So I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Isaac, anything you're looking forward to that you haven't got yet before the end of the year?
No. No, pretty much the only other thing is Cyberpunk. And other than that, I'm just be playing Valhalla and Age of Calamity until I beat those.
Okay, and you're gonna be playing that on the Xbox then, the Cyberpunk, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The One X should be pretty good for that.
Yeah. Yeah, Valhalla looks great on the One X.
I've seen some stuff about like there's a I don't know if you got to the point yet. I don't want to give a spoiler. There's a battle on a Rainbow Bridge or something that looked amazing.
Oh no, I haven't gotten.
I saw someone
yet.
playing.
Yeah.
That looked really cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
I just.
Max, what are you looking forward to?
Cyberpunk. The games that I was looking forward to the most, I have with Mortal Kombat Ultimate and Dirt 5.
Yeah.
The only ones that I'm looking forward to that I'm just gonna wait is Miles Morales. I'll just wait, and Sackboy, and I honestly, with the price tag of $70 games and Game Pass, and then there is one more article. I won't bring it up, but Sony teases a PlayStation response to Xbox Game Pass.
Cool.
I do have a question about the Spider-Man game, though.
Okay.
I saw they added the Andrew Garfield suit. Was that for Miles Morales, or was that for like Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay.
Sorry, maybe for the remastered version, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I saw some pictures like of that suit, and I was like, "That's like gameplay." Because I thought it was just like the what's it called? Not like test footage, but like a demo of the suit, because of just how clear it looked. And I was like, "Dang, that's on the PS5."
Well,
so how realistic it looked.
Oh, Matt, have you played any of the PS5 yet?
No.
No, it's in the house, and you're just not interested.
I have not tried it yet. My brother's constantly on it, man. It's not.
Oh,
I played Spider-Man. I played Spider-Man for a little bit.
Okay.
So I have touched it, and it feels good.
Yeah.
The controller feels cool. The web swings feel cool. I was just going around the city.
Did you feel a noticeable upgrade with the controller? Like it feels legit, or?
Oh yeah. It feels pretty good. Definitely an upgrade.
What games did he get? Just Spider-Man? That's it, or
Spider-Man, and then Call of Duty, Cold War. I think that's pretty much it right now. I want to get Demon Souls. I'm probably gonna buy it on his thing because it looks really fun.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you won't let it go. Every free time he has, he's playing it. Like,
oh yeah, and he keeps it away from me, and he's trying to get a second one just to.
What for Mad Max? He's gonna get me one.
Yeah.
A second one. Wow. Most people can't even get one. And he's gonna get two.
Like I don't know what's gonna happen if he can get it, because I've heard PS5s are like sold out, right? Like they're just
they're very scarce.
Yeah,
and it's intentional.
Xbox is what bring it back until December.
Yeah. Yes. Someone I know at my local GameStop, he almost accidentally got 2 Series X's. He was not working the day that the Series X pre-orders went up, and he's like, hey, if you put some money down, or hey, if you buy it for me, I can pay you back. And the guy jokingly at the store was like, oh yeah, sorry, I couldn't get you one, but he actually did, and he meant to tell him the next day that he ended up getting him a Series X. So because he forgot to tell him, he didn't know for 2 months, and he was still looking for a Series X. And he said he got close a couple times, and then like just before like launch day, he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Like 2 months ago, I actually did get you a Series X."
Oh wow!
So he said he was like this close to getting 2 Series X's.
I'll be honest. I shouldn't say this on air, but you kind of have to make friends with these workers. I'm sorry, it works out sometimes. Is that fair? Not really, but it kind of works out sometimes.
Some people would call that networking.
Yeah.
My brother was telling me that there was this app like on how you can like see how much they have in stock in stores. Yeah. Without like
I have an app for Target. For Target, it's called My Store, and you can look at all of the Targets like in your area.
I've never heard of this app. This app was called like something to do with gold. It was like pot of gold or something, and it tells you like the stock of everything and online orders that get canceled. It tells you everything.
Oh, wow.
Because my brother, when he went to get the PS5, apparently there was like someone showed up, like they knew like an order got canceled, like really quick. So it's just I don't know.
That's probably a reseller. That's the problem. Is the resellers know about this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hey, tell your brother. Doesn't he want to help Mad Max out?
We'll see what's going on in Target.
I'll give him $5 extra.
He went
Crispy Lincoln.
He left my house at 2 a.m. to get it at 4 a.m.
Crispy.
Wow.
Yeah, he was up late. As soon as he got it, he just passed out.
Oh, okay.
And then when I was talking about the PS4 having to plug it in and then plug into your PS5, he had to transfer his saved data to his PS5. That's what he told me he had to do. So I thought that in order for him to like play like the same games and then just cross, together. So, anyways, we're past an hour.
Yeah,
ended off right here.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We guys hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be on Max's channel next week.
Yes.
For the PlayStation Plus podcast, episode 10. I'll hopefully have an intro and a logo ready by then.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Awesome.
try.
Good thing I partnered up with professionals. Brian helped me too on our other series.
Oh yeah, Brian, we'd love to have you again if you're ever available.
Oh yeah, my problem is Sundays I work late for you guys, so so I got off early today, so I was able to make it for you guys.
Well, if you ever get off early again, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm trying to lobby to get off of Sundays because I don't really like working on Sundays.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Where can they find you guys? First of all, before I end it.
You can find me on my channel, The Master of None. I'm kind of in a holding pattern right now. I just haven't had a lot of time to. I've been watching content and stuff. I just haven't had time to throw it all together and give my thoughts on it. So I do apologize for that. But come on down. I got 80 subscribers. We're having fun.
Yes, sir. And
I'm subscribed.
And Zod, you can find Zod on the Zod Rider Show. You can find Max and Max Movies Madness Entertainment.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Where I've been
Movie Madness Entertainment.
And you can find all of us here on the PlayStation Plus podcast. I mean, hey.
Yes.
This is a legitimate show in its own right, so we have
Isaac,
to keep plugging this.
Are you going to make your own channel too?
Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I think you should. And we can send people your way. You got, I know you're always on the lounge too, but it'd be cool if you want.
You should definitely live stream the games on the Switch.
Oh yeah,
whatever you play.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
That's one thing we're trying to figure out right now is like a good way to stream games. Because if we can figure that out, I plan on playing games like this or like Valhalla. Yeah, we've looked into that.
Some kind of capture card.
Yeah, it was really good. That's what I used for my PS4. I mean, it helped out a lot.
I just streamline. I use StreamYards and I put the PC game, so it's like I just minimize the window and do it that way.
Yeah, I encourage everyone, if you have something to say, make a YouTube channel. You just never know.
Yeah.
You might take off. Not like me. I've been I've been under 5K since I started. But yeah, you guys, young guys especially. I'm sorry for me, Brian and Zodrider. We're a little bit older, but young guys, go ahead. You might have a chance. We're just here to have fun and talk to friends. I don't know, Brian. You might make it. Zodrider, you might make it. I know I've been grinding forever. It's just
I talk about a show no one watches, so it's like, well.
It's just nice. Like Max, I love the point that you made about making friends and stuff. It's so cool, to just to have a group of friends that likes to talk about this kind of stuff. And that's invaluable.
I am going to get all my IDs like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and bring it for next week so people could just add me because I forget to add them, and I forget that I forget what my logins are because a lot of them I created years ago, just random stuff, and then I didn't realize if you change it, you lose some of your digital content, so I have to keep these stupid usernames. But for sure,
I'll do the same thing too.
Thumbs this video up. Join us every week. We're going to be on episode 10. So this is a legit series now. You made it to episode 10. Not a lot of podcasts make it to episode 10. Right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Consistency is hard to find.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
All right.
we'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all have a great one.
Bye.